Also, if I haven't become the kind of person that always points at people, like winks, somebody smack me. Hi lovely, welcome back to my channel. Today's quote is said by one of my favourite authors, Eckhart Tolle. I love his work, and the quote is, "Wherever you are, be there totally." So I guess you could assume that we are talking about mindfulness this week. Yes, we are. Anyway, I wanted to share a story with you because this morning, my best friend Lance texts me and says, "Jess, do you want to sign up for pottery? I think it'll be really cool. They're about to release the schedule at 9 AM. It comes out and there's all these different class times and you can choose which block you want to be in for the next 6 weeks." And I'm in the middle of breakfast and I'm just about to finish up so I can rush out the door to yoga. And I thought, yeah, sounds great. I've always wanted to try pottery. My sister's done it for a while. We'll look into it soon. And she says to me, "Cal, what about Monday at 10 AM? And I said, "Yeah, sounds great." And she says, "Oh my gosh, it's already sold out. It's booked out." I said, "What? What do you mean?" Like, it literally just came out. The schedule only just got released. Anyway, apparently it's in very high demand. So I had to decide then and there if I was going to sign up for pottery and find a time slot that would work for us. So we're trying a couple of different session times and they're all booked out, and I'm in a rush. I'm like, "Lance, I've got to go to yoga." So we ended up booking in for a Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock. And I get to yoga and I'm thinking to myself, wow, that was real spontaneity right there. That wasn't really like me. But I'm so glad I did it. You know what? Maybe I really need this kind of outlet, because when you are being creative, you're really in the moment and it helps to quieten your mind. And it's a great way to practice mindfulness. So that brings us to this week's topic. I wanted to talk to you about ways to be more mindful and what is mindfulness, because it's not some airy-fairy, wishy-washy form of meditation. It is legit, it is backed up by science, and it works. And it's so easy to integrate into your day-to-day life. Like, any minute of the day, you can be more mindful. So we're going to talk about that now. Also, if I haven't become the kind of person that always points at people, like winks, somebody smack me. It's so awkward. Alright, so I have a few points written here, but someone also said to me on Instagram, I posted up a story where you can ask me anything, and I was answering a lot of different questions, and someone said, how do you find a healthy work-life balance and how do you stay relaxed? And I'm thinking, well, another great way to be mindful is get a dog, because Winston is the best thing that has, apart from Adam, I must preface that, apart from Adam, Winston is the best thing that's ever happened to me, because he helps me to live in the moment. And it's so cool. You'll just watch a dog and they do whatever it is that they need to in that moment. Like, they'll be playing and then all of a sudden they drop their toy and they run and get a drink of water. Or they realize that they're tired and they just go and have a nap, and they just listen to their body and they're really in the moment. They don't worry about what's happening in 5 minutes time or 5 years time, unlike myself. So I'm trying to practice that, and I think Winston is a really good influence. And I would get him in today's video, but he's sleeping under my chair. I could hear his little feet pitter-patter as I was speaking, so maybe he'll come out soon. So to me, mindfulness is all about tapping into your senses. What can you hear? What can you see? What can you taste, touch, smell? And it really helps to stay more grounded and centered and be in the present moment. And if you watched my Mindful web series, in one of the episodes I got to speak to Dr. Addie Wooten, and she's the CEO of Smiling Mind, this fantastic mindfulness meditation app. It's kind of like Headspace, but the Aussie version. And we were just talking about the importance of mindfulness and the ease that it can just be integrated into your day. So in the morning, I honestly still do just it's technically just over 6 minutes of mindful meditation on this app. And I think it's a really nice way to start the day, but there are so many ways you can practice mindfulness. So of course there's the really obvious ones, like focusing on your breath, getting back to the breath, and just listening to the sounds. In yoga, we call it the yogic breathing, and you just have like a slight restriction at the back of your throat, and it sounds like the oceanic sounds, the oceanic waves, and it's really, really calming. But even just getting outdoors, the fact that I have to take Winston out to go make his, as Adam and I say, ablutions multiple times a day, it's really nice just to like stand on the grass, or when we take him for a walk around the block. It's so peaceful to just get back to nature. and to turn off your phone. We don't even take our phones when we take them for a walk. Baking. I love baking lately, and I find that things that require me to use my hands, like gardening as well. We were repotting a couple of our plants and we were trying to save our mint plant because it kind of died there. So I was like cutting off all of the dead leaves, and anyway, that kind of stuff I find to be very mindful because I'm really focusing on what I'm doing at that moment in time. And then even listening to music, like noticing not just the lyrics, like really pay attention to the lyrics of a song, but even noticing the bass or other little instrumental music that you couldn't necessarily pick up on if you weren't paying attention. I used to do that when I was dancing. We would have choreography that was so intricate that it wasn't just on the words, we'd have to execute the move on a tiny little like snare that you would hear in the background of the track. So listening to music is a great way to be mindful as well. I think really just anything physical or using any of your senses. If you don't want to just sit there and focus on your breathing, then do something physical and get moving. Even exercise helps you be in the present moment. So comment below, what is one thing that you do to help you stay mindful? And maybe we can all create a nice little mindfulness data bank down below and we can all feed off of each other's ideas. So let me know if you liked today's video, thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not. And otherwise, make sure to click this image here for a video I think you'd really like. This one for my most recent upload. If you haven't watched it, you should go and watch it. And I will see you next week with another video. Mwah! Bye, my lovely.